Hey everyone, welcome back to Fluent English Pod, where we help you train your mind to think in English and speak fluently. I'm Dave with our co-host Emma.
Hey, we're so glad you're here. Whether you're listening on your way to work, while making dinner, or just winding down for the day, thanks for spending this time with us.
Whether you are a new listener or a long-time one, we welcome you to our English podcast. Let's hear our today's topic.
Today, we're diving into something that's going to make your English learning journey feel like a walk in the park, or maybe more like a nap on the couch. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by grammar rules, frustrated by pronunciation, or just plain bored with traditional learning methods, this episode is for you.
That's right. We're here to remind you that learning English doesn't have to be a grind. In fact, some of the most effective ways to improve your skills are also the easiest. And yes, even a little lazy. Whether you're binge watching your favorite series, scrolling through social media, or just daydreaming, you can turn those everyday moments into powerful learning opportunities. When you're watching a show, you're already absorbing the language. The key is to make it intentional. For example, if you're watching a cooking show, pay attention to how the host describes the ingredients and steps. You'll pick up food-related vocabulary without even realizing it. And if you're scrolling through social media, follow accounts that post in English. You'll get a daily dose of language practice while keeping up with the latest memes and trends.
So, grab your snacks, get comfy, and let's talk about how to learn English without breaking a sweat. Because who says you can't level up your language skills while staying firmly in relaxation mode? Imagine you're lounging on your couch with a bowl of popcorn, watching your favorite series. Instead of just passively watching, you're actively listening for new phrases and expressions. Maybe you even jot down a few words to look up later. It's like having a study session without the stress. And the best part? You're enjoying yourself, which makes the learning process so much more effective.
Let's do this in the laziest way possible, or as I like to call it, the Netflix and chill method of language learning. Seriously though, this method works because it's all about immersion. When you surround yourself with English in a way that feels natural, you're more likely to retain what you learn. Plus, it's a great excuse to binge watch your favorite shows guilt-free. After all, you're not just watching TV, you're improving your English skills.
Dave, let's start with the big question. Why do people think learning English has to be so hard?
I think it's because we've been conditioned to believe that learning anything requires hours of textbooks, grammar drills, and memorizing endless vocabulary lists until our brain hurts. It's like we've been told that unless we're suffering, we're not really learning. But that's just not true. In fact, when we're stressed, our brains are less likely to retain information. So all those hours spent cramming vocabulary? Probably not as effective as we'd like to think.
Oh, the classic no pain, no gain approach. But here's the thing. Our brains don't actually work that way. We learn best when we're relaxed, having fun, and not even realizing we're learning. Think about how kids learn. They don't sit down with a textbook and start memorizing rules. They learn by playing, exploring, and making mistakes. And they do it all while having fun. So why should learning English be any different?
Yes, that's the lazy way. And honestly, it's how we all learned our first language as kids. No one handed us a grammar book and said, "Here, memorize this." We just absorbed language by listening, playing, and making mistakes. And the best part? We didn't even realize we were learning. It just happened naturally. So why not take that same approach with English? Let's make learning fun and effortless.
Exactly. So why not take that same approach with English? Let's start with something super simple, listening. Dave, what's your go-to lazy way to improve listening skills?
Oh, easy. Podcasts. And not just this one. Though obviously we're amazing. But seriously, find podcasts you enjoy. Whether it's true crime, comedy, or even cooking shows, just listen. Your brain will start picking up phrases, intonation, and vocabulary without you even trying. And if you're feeling extra lazy, you can listen to podcasts while you're doing other things like commuting, cooking, or even just relaxing. It's like multitasking, but for your brain.
Let's hold our segment right there and discuss some of the difficult words. Okay, first word, overwhelmed. Dave, what does it mean to feel overwhelmed?
Great question. When you feel overwhelmed, it means you're completely buried under too much stuff. Whether it's work, emotions, or even English grammar rules. It's like when you try to carry 10 grocery bags at once and drop everything.
So, if someone says, I'm overwhelmed by all these new English words, what do they mean?
They mean they're feeling stressed because there's just too much to learn all at once.
Got it. Next word is intonation. What's that?
Intonation is the music of language. It's how your voice goes up and down when you speak. For example, when you ask a question, your voice usually goes up at the end.
Are you coming? See how my voice goes up?
Exactly, but if you say you're coming, your voice stays flat. That's intonation.
Love it. Last word, idioms. What's an idiom, Dave?
Idioms are those fun phrases that don't mean what they literally say. For example, if someone says, it's raining cats and dogs, they don't mean animals are falling from the sky. They mean it's raining really hard.
I love idioms. They make English so colorful and confusing for learners. Let's get back to our discussion. We stopped at enjoying podcasts with intonation, phrases, and vocabulary.
Totally. And if you're feeling extra lazy, put on some English subtitles while you're watching TV or YouTube. You'll be surprised how much you absorb just by reading along. It's like having a cheat sheet for your brain. You get to see the words and hear them at the same time, which helps reinforce your learning. Plus, it's a great way to catch those tricky phrases and expressions that you might miss otherwise.
Ooh, and here's a pro tip. Watch your favorite movie or show again in English. You already know the story, so you're not stressed about understanding every word. It's like learning with training wheels. And if you're feeling really adventurous, try watching it without subtitles the second time around. You'll be amazed at how much more you understand.
Training wheels for English, I love that. Now, what about speaking? A lot of people feel nervous about actually using their English.
Okay, here's the lazy way to practice speaking. Talk to yourself. Seriously. When you're brushing your teeth, cooking, or even just daydreaming, narrate what you're doing in English. It's low pressure, and no one's judging you. And if you're feeling a little braver, try language exchange apps. You can chat with native speakers for just 10 minutes a day. It's like socializing, but with a side of learning. Plus, you might make a new friend, or at least someone who laughs at your jokes.
Exactly. Now, let's talk about vocabulary. How do you learn new words without feeling like you're studying for a test?
Easy. Use sticky notes. Write down a few new words and stick them around your house. Like, put refrigerator on the fridge or mirror on the mirror. Every time you see it, say the word out loud. It's like a mini vocabulary scavenger hunt.
I love that. And if you're feeling extra lazy, just follow English meme pages on Instagram or TikTok. You'll learn slang, idioms, and cultural references, all while laughing at cat videos.
See? Learning English doesn't have to be a chore. It can be fun, easy, and even a little lazy.
And remember, progress is progress, no matter how small. Even if you just learn one new word today, that's a win.
Now, let's have some fun with words. Dave, I'm going to say a word, and you tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. And I believe that our listeners are also ready. Okay, first word is pineapple.
Pizza. No question. Pineapple belongs on pizza.
It's controversial, Emma. Next word is cloud.
Daydreaming. I love lying in the grass and staring at clouds. It's the ultimate lazy activity.
I also like it, Emma. So, last one is book.
Netflix adaptation. Because why read the book when you can watch the movie?
Emma, you're the queen of laziness.
That's why I'm here.
All right, everyone. That's it for today's episode. We hope you learned something new and had a little fun along the way.
Remember, learning English doesn't have to be hard. Be lazy, be curious, and most importantly, enjoy the process.
Don't forget to subscribe and share this episode with your friends. Until next time, keep it chill and keep learning.